safety awareness at our various job sites. So as a mechanic, we're working on this spring to disassemble this spring, complete assembly. But disassembling it is not the issue. The big issue here is how we do care about our safety. For instance, untying these 4 bolts, this U-bolt, losing these 4 nuts is not a big issue. The big issue is how safe are you going to execute the job. Because as for me, most of the time, what usually makes me more happy and satisfied when I'm doing such a job is not about how I finish the job, but how safe I executed the job, or we executed the job without any person hurting any part of his body. So that is the reason that usually gives me plenty of joy and always make me to be grateful, because there are other colleagues that you see them, they have half fingers, rough marks on their body, in fact one eye, in fact their face is not smooth because of negligence at work regarding safety. So it is always a priority for whosoever is doing such a job to be conscious of what he is doing regarding the safety. Because if you leave your room in the morning safe, strong and healthy, it's the same thing. You have to return back home in the same condition, strong and healthy, apart from maybe the tiredness or the job stress for that day. But the health is very important. So that is the reason. And when you execute such job without any major problem or any major trouble, it is also a plus for the company. Because if a company is having its workers most of the time involved in accident, then it is not good also for that company. So that is the reason we as a people, it is not the position of the manager to come and explain to me, you have to be very careful with your safety during working hour. I myself, it's a personal responsibility that I owe myself to be safe at work at all. Before we proceed, the reason why we open this spring is because we want to increase the height. The height is too low. The height for this tanker truck is too low. So only the empty tank and the load of the vehicle. So it is very, very close. So that's why we decide to increase the springs, the flat spring, because there are 2 types of spring, the coil spring and the flat spring. So this one is the flat spring. So that's the reason. So let me show the other side. From the other side, you can picture. From this other side, you can picture. It is already close. See. So just imagine. There is no mud guard, nothing. There is no mud guard, nothing. But it is already closed like this. Despite the fact that the other side with jack, then it contributed to make it more lower or more closer to the tire. But it is the reason we are increasing, because the moment when we add some lift here, then it will also increase the height of this truck, so that in low areas it might not touch again. Measures. You see, even this side that we are not working, we have also put safety, because we don't know. See how you can imagine how the risk it is, because the tank is very close. The tank is very close to the ground, and you see the front spring. The front spring is already overloaded, only the back side. So if we don't put another spring here, this tire is overloaded, it might blast. And if it blasts, you can imagine what is going to happen. So see this front side, the front section is very close to the ground. Just see, very close to the ground. So it is a risky adventure. You can see the entire vehicle, entire truck. So that's why when you are doing such a job, you have to be very careful. Our tires are well choked. If you look in front, you see the chokes are there. The chokes are there. Everything is in place. More safety support. You see, this is our safety. More safety support. Because long time, very much longer time for us to put these things like this, because all these things were not available. So we have to try to create them. Look around, try to do something that will be more safe and secure for us. So to remove this, it's just about let's say 30 minutes to remove this. But for the safety section, it took us more than an hour to jack C, because we are jacking, another person is watching and checking that you don't focus only on the jacking. Then maybe as you are only jacking, then you discover the vehicle, the way the vehicle is going up or the way the jack is slipping, you don't know. So another person was there watching, and when you want to put the jack down, another person also have to be there. So it is risky for somebody to execute such a job alone. I know there are people that are doing like this alone themselves, but it is not always good. Or even if you want to do it alone, just call for somebody to watching you what you are doing, tell you stop, explain to you this is what you have to do, this is what is happening, so that you safely execute your job and go back without any major problem. So thank you so much.